We don't condone the use of any illegal substance or any illegal activity. This video is intended for instructional and educational purpose only. Watch at your own risk. Viewer discretion is advised.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In the garden where the green leaves sway, see bunnies rolling up, we light it our way. Mr. Guinness got the bombs, we puffin' all night. Talking cultivation, yeah, we're feeling alright. Light it up, feel the vibe, let it be known. Garden Cultivation Network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Shouting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night. Wednesday to Friday, we keep it alive. Cannabis talks, everybody's feeling high. Sharing secrets of the grow, it's a sacred art. In this cultivation game, you gotta play your part. Keep it real, keep it tight, watch the plants grow. Garden Cultivation Network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night.
Oh, I did it again.
Happy Wednesday. I did think
Damn.
about that again.
I always forget to switch it back.
Hmm.
Damn it. So what's up? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
So
Nothing.
starting off this Wednesday, I am sick as fuck. So I'm gonna do my best to stay part of the conversation, but if I start choking over here, then I'm just gonna mute myself, and Bunny and our wonderful guest will just take over the show, and I'll just kind of hang out in the back. But yeah.
So speaking of wonderful guests, we had an amazing guest last week. We had Bingus. So if you missed the episode, you could go back. You could also find it over on Spotify under Garden Cultivation Network. And yeah.
Hell yeah. And congrats to the lucky winner on that show, Lowe's Grows. He's already received
Yes.
his seeds, his book, which was crazy. That was so fast. Like he got it in less than a week, which was awesome. So that's cool. He got him soon enough that
Congratulations.
he's popping the platinum asset for the next run. So it's pretty dope. Bingus was
And
on that one.
we also dropped our Smoke and History episode, our first episode.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Oh, excuse
That
me.
was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from that episode, and I know Shen Nong. I don't know how to properly pronounce his name. I'm not. I don't speak Chinese, but
Shenong.
Shen Nong, something like that. He's like a mythical character, but there's a lot of history that talks about him and some of the things that he's done, and the healing powers of plants and herbs and different things that he's found, with cannabis being one of them. So definitely go check that out, because it was a lot of fun to make, and yeah, it was very rewarding in the end. I think when we finally got that posted, it's like, ah, finally.
You're gonna want to stay tuned for the next episode. Should we give them a preview of what it's gonna be, or
Yeah, you
is
could
that a
tell him.
secret?
You
So
could
next episode,
yeah, you could tell him.
next episode we'll be talking about the brazier, and not the kind that you guys think, but the brazier was actually the first, I guess you could say, bong ever
Kinda, yeah.
discovered.
Different than a bong, but similar to a bong, and it's like the closest thing to that makes sense, I guess. So
So you're definitely
yeah.
gonna want to stay tuned for that one. That one's really, I'm not a bong person, but that one really was really interesting, and to see why they were used and what it was used for back then compared to now.
Yeah, and the fact that they've actually found this utensil, paraphernalia, utensil, whatever you want to call it, they found this, and they tested it, and it came back with THC residue, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. So yeah,
Yes.
stay tuned for that one. We're now working on that one. So I don't know when that one will drop. I guess it depends on how much we slack and how quickly we make it. And yeah,
Well, it's hard
but it's
because
pretty
you
cool too.
work full time and then I have the kids to deal with full time, and that usually doesn't end till around 9 o'clock. So it
Yeah.
doesn't give
And
me
then
much time
and then
to work constantly.
and then on the weekends, then I got the kids or the kid on the weekends. So it's like on the
Yeah.
weekends when I'm off work, I don't want to take time away from that. So it's hard to find the time. So everything has to get done at like 9 o'clock at night.
A couple hours a day between 9 and 11.
9 o'clock at night and after, yeah. So yeah, we got to get as much done in the late hours of the evening. So it's pretty cool though. It's a lot
Yes.
of fun.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, we got a really cool episode coming up next week as well.
Yes, we do. Next
I don't really
week
want to talk
we
about the end of the episode, but
usually we don't, but we're waiting on our guest who is here. He's just getting settled. So
yeah.
be patient.
But yeah, next week we
But yeah,
have Watson the Green Bean from the
from
Higher Choice Analogy with D the Bug Guy. And we've had D the Bug Guy on a few times. We've had the chance to sit down and talk with him a few times. So now it's Watt's turn, and we get to learn all about his journey and how he got here doing his thing. So it's gonna be
it's
cool.
fun doing this because I get to find stuff out of from people that I do know. But what makes it even funner is getting to know people I don't know. So like Watts, I don't really know much about him. So I think that one's going to be really, really fun. And
Hmm.
speaking of
Yeah, and
fun episodes, go ahead.
I was gonna say I've actually got to hang out with Watts. He came down
Good.
with the Bug Guy, and they came to my house, and we got to hang out in the grow room slash studio, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we clouded this bitch up real good. So that was a lot of
Looks
fun.
like we might have a birthday.
Had
If
a
we do,
birthday.
happy birthday, Bizzle.
Oh, happy birthday, Bizzle. And not only that, but 420, That Guy Grows and Bizzle are going to be dropping their Puff Puff podcast on 420. So stay tuned for that too. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yes, I'm excited.
So keep your eyes open for that. And
Yes.
I was going to say, it looks like our guest is,
Yes, so on
looks
this
like he
week's
might be ready.
episode, we have the one and only do do do.
Yeah.
What's up,
Wow.
guys? Happy birthday, Bizzle.
Hell yeah.
Big shout
Yes.
out to you, dude.
Absolutely.
Wonder
Yes,
how old you
yes.
turned. We'll go with 21. Keep it
21, yeah.
young.
I feel like he's younger than I am.
Yeah, I feel like he is too.
I feel like most of the people here in this community are
Crap.
younger than I am.
I think you and I are around the same age, right? I was born in '82.
Yeah, I was 82. Yep.
Look at that. What do you know?
Yep. October. I'll be 43 in October. So,
Yeah, I was in June.
yes. Okay.
A little bit before you, right?
You're
Yeah.
a little older than me, a couple months.
Need a cane now.
We don't do numbers over here though, so that's okay.
That's right. What's up, 420 things? Oh shit, we just made him feel bad. Who's
That's all
grown? My
right.
So
boys here.
happy
Grow,
Wednesday.
Ohio. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah. For
Those, yeah.
those who don't know, which I'm sure is nobody, but for those who don't know, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, my name is Cannasseur on Instagram. Oh shit, I didn't fix the spelling. I thought I was being funny, and I did El Canna Conceptos because that's
I
concepts.
didn't even know
And then
how
I meant to switch it back, and I never did. Oh well, I'll just leave it like that.
I like
Uh,
it. I
I
like
have
it.
a website, lcannaconcept.com, but I just got a message saying that they are apparently not being very friendly with cannabis stuff. So somebody got an account
Mm.
taken down for cannabis related merchandise on the same site that I use. So I may be bringing the site down for a while to find a new carrier because I'm not going to put up with that kind of shit. That's ridiculous.
No,
So,
that's crazy. Like the our merch store that we have,
yeah.
it's funny because we were putting all these different images up there and they were all good. But as soon as I put my logo up there, it would be up there and then they suspend it. And I didn't
Really?
know they would just wouldn't be there anymore. Then Bunny was like going through the back end of that page and she found all these like suspended things and they were all my logo. Everything else was fine. But my logo, because it's got weed leaves on it, they were like, I don't think so. That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's unfortunate that I'm not smart enough, or no, I don't want to say smart enough, but I don't know how to like build a website from scratch. So I have to use a service like Square or some other service that you basically just build the site on their site and then they run it
Yeah.
for you, drop ship service type stuff. In
Yeah,
the future,
exactly.
maybe I'll learn how to actually build my own website and have it the way I want it. But for now, I got to use another service. And if they're not going to be cannabis friendly, then I can't use them. That's what I do, you know?
Yeah, Linktree too. I had mine taken down.
Yep.
I
They
had
booted
one.
me.
Mine was taken down forever ago, though.
Yeah. Yep. They booted me because of crop culture. They didn't like crop culture and I think Bud Trainer on Linktree.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck, man?
Wow.
Ridiculous.
It's funny
But
too, because if they sat down and had a conversation with any of those guys, Kurt, H, Chris, any of them, if they
yeah.
sat down and had a conversation with them, they'd be like, "Absolutely, we'll put your stuff up here. No
Yeah.
problem."
Yeah.
Like they're all of them are the nicest.
I know.
So
But, there's that stigma that
crazy.
I don't know, dude.
Of course.
Just can't seem to get away from it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh fucker keeps coming back, that damn stigma.
I know
Ridiculous.
it does. But yeah, so let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Very, very beginning. When did you first start smoking? We'll say.
Well, I
What
think
was the
I
turning
was
point for you?
13 years old. I think it was 13. Yeah, early 13 I had my first experience. I was at a old house, old abandoned house, and there just happened to be a half pipe in the backyard. We were skating, and there
Nice.
was this kid there skating, and he had some weed and an old plumbing fittings, fitted into a pipe, and so we
Yep.
smoked that way. And it was a Super Bowl Sunday. I don't remember what year. I could probably figure it out, but it was Super Bowl Sunday, and I remember we smoked it, and then a little bit later, me and my buddy skated back to his house, and then we were just sitting there on his bed, just zoned out on the football game, and his mom like came in asking if we wanted snacks, and we just like we didn't know how to act and whatnot. But then I think that was 6 months later. A friend of mine had some for himself because that was just somebody we ran into. A friend of mine actually had some, and so then we began kind of using it on the regular basis, and that was 8th grade. It was, I think, the middle of 8th grade. We started just using it on a regular basis, and I stopped at one time for about 5 years, and that was 2015, I think, to 2020. And then when they started legalizing all over the place, I started back up and just fucking dove in head first. I started hitting dispensaries.
So what was that like? But what was that like having that break? Because that's not what we call a tolerance break. Like
no, that was a full blown.
That's a full on quit.
I was doing a lot of work out of town, and so I would drive from San Diego to LA, and I would stay up there all week, and then come back on Friday and spend the weekend with the family. And it was just so busy with work and whatnot, and I just wasn't smoking for like 5 years. I think a lot of it was my kids were real small, and my wife was kind of like, "Are you really gonna smoke that shit for the rest of your life?" type thing, you know. And then
Yeah,
once they started legalizing it and all that, I think she started realizing like, oh, it's not just this
it's
fucking
not too
drug.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then I started getting into the growing and whatnot, and now she's like, "What the fuck? They're throwing a fucking fit over the stupid plant. It's ridiculous." It's with her occupation, she has to be real weary of anything. So that's
Yeah.
why she's always been kind of, before she was kind of like, ugh, you're really going to do that the rest of your life type shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Grow up. So
It's
I
funny
did.
that
Is
you
that when
say
you is that when you started growing? Was when you started smoking again? You were saying
Yeah.
you started going to the dispensaries, but
Yeah.
is
The
that when you were
dispensaries
like,
were
okay,
just
I
too
can't do this?
expensive. And
Yeah.
yeah,
oh yeah,
it was just getting too much. So I decided to try my hand at growing. And, that's when I found the community and found all these wonderful people like Thurgood over here and Crimson and fucking 7 Points Grow, Solly Boy, all these guys, man.
oh yeah.
They show so much support, and I love it that I thrive off of it. All these people fucking hooting and hollering for you. It's an awesome thing. But
It
yeah,
is
that's when I
amazing.
started. Was it started getting legalized, and I was like, well, fuck, now I can grow it and not worry about it. So I started trying it. I mean, I failed miserably at first, obviously, as most people do.
Yep.
But I've gotten much better than when I first started.
But that's the main thing. Like when we do first start, and this is for anybody that wants to start or anybody that has started and has kind of fucked up,
Do it.
do it again. Just do it
Yeah.
again
Don't give
and
up, man.
again and again and
Yeah.
again and again
Right.
The
and
more
fuck
you
up
grow,
as
the
many
more you
times as
know.
you have to.
Every run
Great.
you're gonna get better, whether it's one stupid little lesson with fungus gnats or what amendment to use or what not to use, or you know what I mean.
Yep.
You're gonna learn little shit every fucking time you have a
Every
successful run,
time.
even if it's not
And
successful. You learn even
and
more when it's not successful, because then you know
it,
not to do that again.
exactly. And no matter how good of a grower you become or are, I've yet to find one grower that's had a perfect run from start to finish ever.
Yeah,
I don't think it
always
exists. I think
quality.
all of us fuck up at least one time through every grow, no matter
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
And as long as you don't keep making the same mistakes, and every time you make a mistake, it's a new mistake, then
Yeah,
you're
you gotta
learning, and
figure out that
that's
mistake.
the
That way
name in
you
the game. You
do
got
that
to
again.
grow.
Like you've
Yes.
got
We have
the
to grow as the plants grow,
exactly
and
growing with it. Right
that's
now,
right.
I'm running the for the Seed to Harvest podcast. We're running the Gary's Moon Rocks, and one of them is got some brown spots formed on some of the leaves. And so far, I think it just needed amending because I re-amended it right after I started noticing those. I was like, oh well, maybe I need to re-amend. So I re-amended it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have sucked up those nutrients right now, but it also started when I was in a dry back. I had the autopods dry for a little bit. So I'm wondering if maybe that had to do with it, because it stopped. The dark spots they're just there, but they're not getting any bigger, any worse. So
Right. How do you like
I'm
the
hoping.
autopods so far? Because you're pretty new to using the autopods, aren't you?
Brand new. This is my first run with them, and I
Yeah,
have
that's
fell in love with them, dude. I love this. They are so tall. Saturday we did the show, and you could read Gambit behind the plants, because they were only up to here, and my flag's in the background, so you could see that.
yeah.
Now it's completely cut. You can't even see. I have to raise the flag if you want to see the Gambit.
Raise the flag.
Dude, they are just they're screaming. They're just growing, and I keep having to raise that light like every fucking 4 days. I'm raising that light up another 6 inches. Like, Jesus,
The
come on.
growth is unbelievable. Like I've never used them before, but I've used the AC Infinity watering
Yeah,
trays.
yeah, the
And it was the
self-watering.
same with those too. But my issue that I had with those was my pH, keeping my pH stable the whole time.
Yeah,
Because the water does sit there. It's like I have to like water them, like fill up the trays, let them do their thing, and then whatever they don't suck up, I gotta take that water out because if it just sits there, then my pH fluctuates, and
yeah, it
then
goes
my
up.
plants don't like that. So I ran into issues with that. But everybody I've seen that use those autopots, man, whew,
Yeah, CC
I've
has
been
great
watching it for
results
years.
with those things. And then there's somebody else, I can't remember who, but they use those things all the time and they get great results. I the last time I tried to use it, I had an issue with the little float valve. It it's stuck up, right? Because up tells you there's water in there. It was stuck to the top, so I thought it was full. I think it was for like 2 or 3 days, and it was totally empty. And I finally checked. I'm like, "What the fucking thing's stuck? Holy shit!" I just took that thing out, and I'm like, "I'm just gonna dip my finger in there from now on to make sure it's got water." You know,
Yeah, just double check it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's
not
cool.
relying on those float valves anymore, man.
And
Especially with
like
my,
you've
I've got really hard water here, so it that shit gets that calcium buildup.
you get like the white
Yeah, real bad.
yeah.
Real bad.
Yeah.
I gotta fill my
Shout out to the
buckets up
Ryans in the world.
for 24 hours for watering my plants, just so anything in there can kind of dilute out, but there's still shit in there. But
Oh yeah, for sure.
that's my
I started
system.
using the and maybe I'll get hate for this. I don't even care. I already have, so I don't even care. But yeah, I started using the drops of balance.
What is that? Is that like
The perfect garden. We had him on the show. I'm gonna say probably like 2 months ago or something. Mark from Perfect Gardens,
yeah.
and it's to help clear out all of the heavy metals and all the
Yeah.
shit that's in your tap
Yeah.
water and stuff like
Fucking,
that.
yeah. All
It's
the
you can put it in your drinking water. Like you can put this in your water and then drink it.
huh.
Yeah.
So I started using
It's
that, and
like
apparently it's supposed to really help with stuff like that. Hard
yeah.
water,
I
soft
wonder if
water.
it's got to be something. I mean, it's not similar, I'm sure, but we have the stuff that I use for the turtle tanks when I clean them. We have to put it in to kind of clean that water, make sure it doesn't have all that chlorine and all that shit in there.
Yeah.
It's probably the same type of thing, just different formula for different.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like he was really sciencey when he came on.
Yeah,
So
that
he's
shit goes.
and I was just like trying to follow along, and I was trying to like
All right, come on.
kind of like relate other things to what he was saying to make sense in my own head.
Yeah,
And I mean, I think I did for the most part, but I mean, I started using that, and I don't know, my plants they don't dislike it, so
yeah.
I don't know if it's doing anything or not, but my plants don't they're not hating it,
It ain't
so
killing them.
that's right. That's right. So I've been putting that in the last few waterings, and seems to be good. I still
Yeah.
pH my water and all that stuff, but it's they look good. So
Since going organic, I haven't pH'd my water since July of last year. So
okay.
that's one bonus of the organic that I find is that I'm not pHing shit, and I haven't seemed to have any issues so far. Although right now I'm
Yeah.
having that browning issue, but it seems to have figured itself out.
And you're using all the builder soil.
yeah, I'm using Build a
nutrients
Soil.
now.
Build a Soil with all the Build a Soil amendments and everything. And they actually accepted me onto their affiliate program a
Nice.
while
Nice.
back. So
Congrats.
if you need
Drop
some
the
Build
code.
a
What's
Soil,
the code?
save some money, use code LCANA and you'll
There you
save,
go.
I think it's 5%. And then there's a link too, but the link is like you save 10%, but it's on select items. And I don't know exactly which items, so I don't want to be like, here's 10% off Build a Soil, and then they pick all the shit that doesn't save. And I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
so I just
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
LCANA will save you 5%, that works.
Nice.
So
That's cool. Well, every little bit helps, man.
yeah,
And
it really it helped a
like when
lot.
it comes down to it, like we spend a lot of money on nutrients and
100.
soil and all the equipment and stuff like that. So like every penny helps.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
try
that's
to
so
use a
cool.
Gromies code for most everything. Usually crop culture, I just because I love that dude so much, I just pay full price and I don't use a code or anything. But
Yeah.
everybody else, I usually use some Gromies code to kind of let them know, like, hey, we're out here paying attention to what they're doing.
It's funny because when we had Gambit on, he was saying the same thing. He's like, man, Cannasseur. He's like, that guy wouldn't even take the discount.
Yeah, Gambit's a good dude, man. Connor, he's
Yeah,
fucking
he
cool.
is.
I love that
He
guy.
is.
He
Yeah,
is.
he was like, out of all the people I've dealt with, he was like, Al's got to be one of the best people I've dealt with. And I offered him a discount, and he wouldn't even accept it. He just paid full price for everything. And I was like, hey, man,
I like the
when you
support.
believe in somebody and you know, like, it's funny because like you look at this, like your friends are all like, "Hey, I want this for free and I want that for free," but your
Yeah.
real friends are the ones that are out there fucking paying full pop for it because they want to support you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
the way
think
I kind of look at it,
that's
you
dope.
know. I
Yeah.
think Chris is and Gambit were the only ones that I really just fucking go full bore, full price, you know.
Yeah.
Build a soil silk. I mean, I would with build a soil, but man, that shit gets expensive, so I got to use someone's.
It does.
Fair.
Cheap,
And
dude.
like the stuff from Gambit, man, like he is so reasonably priced as well. Like I was looking at his stuff because I'm looking at maybe putting another 3x3 tent in here. And if
Yeah,
I do that, then I need the whole setup. You
great.
know, if I bring my other stuff in here, I might have some. I got other tents and other lights and stuff like that. But if I do another 3x3, I'm gonna need the light. I'm gonna need the ventilation and all of that.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that, man. His kits are so reasonable. It's not even funny.
Yep.
Oh, I know,
I
dude.
got
Yeah.
his clippers coming, and I can't wait because I've tried every clippers possible,
Oh, I
and
thought I had some right here.
I
They
I
are
don't
so
like them.
smooth.
So
They are
I can't
smooth,
wait.
man. They're just like
Yeah, I
butter.
like them.
I love those things.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I can't
I've
wait.
never used them, but I love the way that they look. I love
Yeah.
that they're all like stainless steel and everything. So
Yes.
that's dope.
Yeah, he's got
But
some
yeah, we were talking about
fancy ones that I want to get my hands on, man. Some I forget what he called them. It's not the chronic clippers, but it's something else. They're like super nice and fancy. They look
the
all
bush.
elegant. I think maybe that's the ones. Yeah, I'm like, man, I got to get me a pair of those
I
ones.
think
Those look itching just to fucking look
I think
cool.
Miss Bunny's getting some of those.
I am.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Well,
we were
speaking of generous, he actually, because I went on the site and I paid full price for the pair of scissors. Then he messaged me. He said, I'm gonna send it this way. It's cheaper. So with the money that you save, I'm gonna send this for the price of this, blah 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 blah, whatever, you know. I'm like, I would have been fine if you just sent
Yeah.
the thing, like, and kept it, but thank you.
Yeah. Connor's a sweetheart, man. I
He
fucking
is.
yeah,
love
he is.
that dude.
He
He
is
was
cool.
I've been following him for quite a while, and you know, for a while I was doing the AC Infinity thing, and I mean, they've got all the massive creators, you know, they're all AC Infinity. So I'm like, they've got their team. This guy over here, Gambit, needs some people to be repping his. I mean, he's got his crew. There's
Oh
a
yeah.
couple of them here, but
Oh yeah.
you know, he needs some more people repping the small guy. So I was like, let's go with Gambit. I'll give them a try. So,
I
and
like
man,
the
just
small
the
anyways
That
guy,
was a good
because
choice.
I was like,
you
oh,
try to
dude,
reach out to AC Infinity.
yeah,
You
I
think you're
got
gonna get it? Like you
already
might get
repped.
an answer, you
I
might
get
not
them
get an
all. I'm
answer,
like,
but
you
you
know
reach out
what?
to Connor, you're getting an answer inside of an hour.
Yeah, AC Infinity.
Like
The only way I would get any kind of response would be if I went when they're doing their live, and it would literally just be, "Hey, L, how you doing?" And then that'd be it. Email, phone call, like nothing. Couldn't get through for shit. So I was
yeah.
like, "Well, whatever, fuck him. I'll go with the little guy. He needs a little bit more support anyway."
See, I got lucky
That's right.
because I have Sydney's direct email.
Oh, nice.
So Bunny was having a problem with something, and I was like,
My light.
"Nah, you're not letting this one slide. We're getting a hold of them." And I was like, "Here, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna email Sydney directly.
Yeah.
Like, no AC Infinity support, none of that bullshit. We're
Hey,
going
Sid,
straight to
check this
Sydney."
out.
Yeah. And she was super, super helpful. You know what I mean? Like,
She
she took
was.
care of Bunny very, very good.
Yeah,
You
she's
know,
real nice.
there was no arguing, there was no
Chat,
proving
but
nothing. It was just like, here we go. We got you. So I mean, shout out to her for that. I mean, that
yeah,
was
Sid
pretty
seems real
amazing. But
nice. And I've never had any issue with the customer service at AC Infinity. I just, you know, they're a large company and they've got their crew, so you know,
yeah,
Mhm.
I know large companies like that. They you know, they're looking for the big guys. I know I'm not a big guy or nothing, but I feel like I have something to offer. I can you
Oh,
know,
for
like with
sure.
Gambit, I kind of helped him get into the podcasting thing and you know, kind of showing him around in this little venue here. I mean, we're not all the largest podcast, but we're a stepping stone to get up there. So, you know, and
100%.
someday
Yeah.
we're all
How
going to
many
be
people have
we're all
come to
gonna be
you and said,
too.
"You were the very first show that I ever came on. You made me feel comfortable being on camera." How many people have come to you and said that?
Shit, I don't even know, man. I know that I
Exactly.
have that exact experience with Sly, aka Loco. Like that fool got me to come on camera and show my shit, and ever since then, I've just been like, fuck it, man, I can do this. You know,
Yep.
I still get nervous as shit, but I just get over it and do it.
Exactly.
It's just mental
I think
shit. Get over.
I'm pretty sure Bunny had that exact same experience with Sly.
Sly's a
Yep.
man, dude. That guy will make you feel so comfortable.
He does.
Oh, he
It's like
does.
talking to
He
a buddy,
does.
you know, he makes it super easy and relaxed.
Yeah, I remember when we first recruited Bunny when we were HGTC. Um, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Sly was your very first interview on HGTC, and then I think Sly was your very first interview outside of it.
He was my first interview, and he was my first interviewee.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that. I remember that. That's so funny.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. And I think he just had somebody else on, Funderstandable, I think her
Understandable.
name was. I think
And
that was the same thing for her. I think that was her very first experience with it.
I love to see that.
And
And actually, she's fucking she's good friends with Rue and Rue's wife. And I do believe, I hope I'm not saying anything I shouldn't here, but I do believe she's going to be on with us on Friday. Me and Rue.
oh, nice,
Yeah, it'll be
Nice.
cool. I hope
nice,
I
that's
wasn't
cool.
supposed
So
to say that. Rue,
tell us a bit
your
more
fault.
about the show for those who don't know.
Which
Yeah,
one? Well, I got two. So I do the Friday
Both of
show
them.
with Rue, where we kind of do. We're mostly growing some James Loud stuff, you know. Rue's the head ambassador for James Loud, and I just recently became an ambassador for James Loud.
Nice.
nice.
So
Congrats.
we're doing that thing, and we're kind of running some of his genetics to showcase some of his stuff. And then Saturdays we do the Seed to Harvest podcast, where me, Rue, and Cannasseur Chris, we grow one cultivar each season with the audience. So you can purchase the box. We've been doing it with crop culture. You can purchase the box with said genetics for the season, and then you'll get, you know, a crop culture box. He gives you bonus extras and cool shit and whatnot. And next season we are actually going to be doing our good friend Crimson, Dead by Dawn, and I'm
Nice.
in the works right now. I'm creating new stuff. I want to start implementing the Discord a lot more. So I've been talking to Crimson, and he had a great idea, and it makes a lot of sense. And I see other people do it, where you end the show, and then you go, all right, so we're gonna go do a smoke sesh after for like 30 minutes, and go hang out with the
Man,
audience.
we tried this so we've tried to do this a couple times, and it's just like sometimes by the time we get off, it's like I don't know if I
We're
can go do
done.
another half an hour.
Yeah. Well,
You know
you
what I
guys
mean?
are on for a lot longer, right? I mean, on Friday nights, you guys are on for what, 3 hours?
We try
We
to keep
used
it
to
to
do like
2.
3, 4 hours, but now we try to
Yeah,
keep it
that's
to
too
the
much.
2 hour mark.
Yeah, yeah, 3 hours
Because
a
I
lot.
mean it does go on for a long time sometimes,
Yeah,
and it's like holy shit. Like it's a lot of fun, but like it's by the time you're done 3 hours and you've just been sitting there ripping the bong the whole time, like
hey, yeah.
it's just like holy fuck, I gotta go make myself a hamburger or I gotta go make some food, like something. So but yeah, we definitely did try to do the Discord thing, and we still do sometimes.
I
And
struggle to keep myself in there, only because I still don't 100% understand it. There's certain aspects
right.
of it that it confuses the shit out of me, trying to find different shit and whatnot. But I feel like if I do it more, I'll get more used to it. And I jump in
there's a
Crimson
lot
once in a while, and
there's a
I hang
lot to
out with
do
my
on
wife.
Discord with like bots
Yeah,
and like all this shit. And
dude, there's
like
all kinds
I
of
remember
shit.
I sat there one time and I tried to figure this out, and then finally I was just like my hands went up and I went, I don't know how to fucking do it.
Yeah, I
Bunny
go up
was like, well then I'll do it. And then
I'll
she
look
went on
on
there and fucking
pages.
figured it all out. So
Yeah, I can't. I look on pages, and then I'll see if Crimson or somebody's in a fucking smoke sesh. I'll jump in there for a little bit, and then that's about the extent of it, because I get all fucking flustered. I don't know what the hell to do in there.
I even forget that we even have a Discord sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, it's like Wednesday. So I'll go in there and be like, okay, good morning, everybody. Like I haven't
Yeah,
been in here
I
two
know.
weeks, but good morning.
I'm so focused on my Instagram and the YouTube that I forget about X and
Chris.
X and then fucking Discord, and I even have a Twitter. But Twitter, I'm not Twitter. TikTok, but TikTok you can't post any like really plant pictures or anything. So that's mostly Kobe. My artwork is on TikTok. That's pretty much it. Some artwork.
First time I ever posted on TikTok, it was like 5 seconds and they already removed it. It was like I had my cloner up there and I just like did a quick little like pan by the cloner with the plants in there.
You can't put shit on there. Like literally, I did a super close up where you can just see trichomes. That stayed up so far, but I did have one where it was just a still picture of some trichomes, and they pulled that down immediately. But I have one up there that's a video with crop culture, and it's the oopsie daisy, and it looks real fucking nice. And they've left that one up, so I'm like, all right, I guess trichomes.
I got a couple that have stayed too.
Can't tell what it is, but when it's still, it's like, oh, I know what that is. Get the fuck out of here.
It's weird because I got some that have stayed, and they're like in your face plants. You know what I mean? Like you can't deny what it is, and those have stayed up there. And then I have other ones that I thought, okay, well these ones will be fine, and those are the ones that they take off. You know?
Yeah.
But it's so weird. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get Discord. I don't get TikTok. I don't get X. I don't get any of them.
Yeah, I mostly stick to my Instagram, but Instagram's been so bad lately, man. Everybody's losing their accounts and shit.
Yeah, you guys just lost your Seed to Harvest account like a month ago or so.
Still emailing them, getting nothing, of course.
Crazy.
Because that's how you do it. And a lot of people are saying if you pay and you get the verified, they'll give you a live person to talk to. But I don't want to give these people money when they're fucking with us like that. Like that just seems like fucking bending over and taking one. You know, I'm not going to do that.
So I am in the process of bending over and taking one right now. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going for the blue check mark. And it says it takes 48 hours. That's why my actual name is on Instagram right now.
Oh,
is because I'm in the process of it. Because you got to put your name and you got to take your logo off and put your actual picture because it's got to match your ID and all this other shit so they can verify you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, well. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because they were offering the first month for like $1.50 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this for the first month, see if I get anything out of this that I like, and if I don't, then I won't do it the next month, and I'll just pull the fucking check mark off and
chat with somebody and figure out this fucking banning bullshit. Like, tell them like, hey, I've got so many accounts banned for some stupid shit. If it helps you figure something out with that, then I mean, by all means, awesome.
Exactly.
I'm
gonna see. I've never done it before. I've been here like almost 5 years, so I'm gonna see what it does. Yeah. And if it doesn't do anything for me, then I'm not gonna come back next month on there. I'll just be back to my regular fucking bullshit. But
Flower Child said that it helped her. She got one of her old accounts back using that live chat thing. So I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see. I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like right now everybody seems to be after cannabis. Like the fucking certain states are completely banning all fucking hemp derived products, and it's like, what the fuck's going on here, man? They're trying to go backwards. It's like you already fucking let the cat out of the bag. You can't pull that shit back in, dude. It's too late.
It's crazy because I can buy hemp products for my dog on Amazon.
Yeah.
But I can't post a hemp product on Instagram. Like it fucking blows my mind.
Fucking politicians. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go.
It's funny because I was watching I just saw a video on your page actually with Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, we'd like to do the freedom of speech and blah 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 blah. And it was like, okay.
Yeah, that guy's the fucking worst.
It's funny. I literally just saw that I think yesterday. It was an older post of yours, like
it was old. It was a while though. That was right after I think Trump was elected, and then he started fucking backpedaling all his bullshit he's been doing for the government. You know, he's like, way to fucking backpedal, buddy. Stick to your guns and be the censored guy.
But that's what they all do. That's what they all do. Doesn't matter what country you're in, they all do the same bullshit. Yeah. They all say, we promise you this and this and this and this and this, and then they get elected, and then they're like, maybe not.
I don't know.
But thanks for voting for me.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, we're about to go through the same bullshit here, so.
Yeah. Man, this fucking, all this political shit going on in the world, it's insane how people are letting it overtake their entire life. You know, I mean,
Oh yeah.
people are ending friendships
Oh,
and
yes.
fucking damaging other people's
Ridiculous.
property over fucking shit you have no control. I don't know. It makes no sense to
How,
me, and I hate seeing
how
it.
many
But
No.
how many articles have you read about fucking Teslas being destroyed because they don't like Elon
I'm
Musk?
taking it out on private citizens that have nothing to do with your beliefs. Just because
Right.
the owner, you don't like what he's doing. Like, come on, dude. Those people have to pay for that damage. You know, throw your fucking
Exactly.
things from somewhere else. Be a fucking
Yep.
adult. And it's so weird because most of these people you see doing it are like, they're old people. They're fucking 60s and 70s. And you're like, what are you doing? The fuck?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know, it's
I
crazy.
don't know.
All CC sock checking you.
Oh, fuck. All right. Check it out, eh? I got the black socks and the slides today, fool. That's how I roll.
That's fucking funny. If I didn't know any better, man, you're Canadian.
You think so? No. I
Mm,
love Canadians, but I am not
socks and
Canadian.
flip flops, man. That's how we do.
That's how I roll, man. It's comfort.
Oh yeah.
Comfort, and I got ugly feet, so I can't let people see them.
Uh, uh, let's talk Rose L. So you were talking about how you're now using the build a soil. What are some of the nutrients that you've used from like when you first started up until now? What's some of the different things that you've
started
used and
with
then kind of weaned out a little bit, I guess.
I started with Kronk. Um,
Okay.
it was a liquid,
Canadian.
yeah, liquid nutrient line. I started with them.
Use that outdoor.
I think I did two. I started outdoor and then I did move to indoor, and I was using Kronk for both. And then from Kronk, I went to Lotus. I tried Lotus
Okay.
for one run. I wasn't all that happy with it. So then I went to Green Rush, and I loved Green Rush, and I love Joe. The whole
Yeah,
company,
great guy.
Green Rush, they're amazing. That's where I get all my banners and shit. That guy is fucking
Yep.
awesome. I order 4 banners, he sends me 30. What the fuck, Joe?
Right?
I
Same
love that
thing.
guy. Yeah, he's
I
fucking
was
amazing.
like, every time I get a banner, same thing. I just read. I don't even go on the website. I just go straight to Joe, and I'm like,
Emailing
okay,
me
this
things
is what I'm
over.
thinking. And he's like, okay. So then we'll work it out. We'll figure out what we're doing for banners. And he goes, okay, now how many do you want? Do you want 5? Do you want 10? How many do you want? And I'm like, well, I don't need 10, but yeah, maybe we'll do 5. And he's like, okay, so I'll give you this price. And he always gives me like such a good
Yeah, you
price.
can't beat his price, dude. And
No,
his quality of banner for that price is great, dude. That's
yeah,
my go-to, man.
yeah. I've been rocking with Joe for fuck 4 years
Yeah.
probably with
Yeah,
banners.
I still have Green Rush, and like I have the couple plants that are in cocoa. I still use the Green Rush for those. I think I'll always use Green Rush because I enjoy the ease of it. You know, you don't have to mix 10 different things just to feed your vegetative plants, and then 20
Yep,
things for bloom. You know, it's just grow, bloom. You're good. It's super easy
yep.
and it's
That's
organic.
what
You know,
uh,
love it.
that's what J Rats used for his first grow too. Was the Green
Yeah,
Rush. He said, "What's a good nutrient? That's pretty easy to learn and use." I said, "Green Rush is
Green Rush,
fucking perfect."
100%. Super easy.
And he went with Green Rush, and he had great results, and you know, he loved it. So yeah,
Yeah.
Green Rush.
Yeah, AQ even hit me up one day. I was showing off when it was when I first started with doing build a soil stuff. And I think it was the purple poison. Yeah, it was the one that turned all purple. And he was like, "Man, that plant's looking great, dude. This and that." And he goes, "But I will say this, my plants prefer the green rush and cocoa." He was like, "My plants don't really like the living soil." And then at the end, I'm like, "Look at this. You're gonna tell me they don't love the living soil?" And that motherfucker was so pretty. Oh
Yeah,
shit! I just had to be like, "Ah, you tripping,
So,
dude? They love this shit." I've got a Bubba J going right now that I just flipped a flower, and she's looking great.
of
nice.
all the plants that you have grown so far, what would you say is one of your top 3?
Top 3, I would say right now,
Ooh,
the top is the one that I actually have right here. This one took the place of the Paonia Glue Sky, which would be my number 2, and they're both crop culture.
Nice.
nice.
This one is the Oopsie Daisy. I actually have one in flower in the tent too. Let's see if the
Nice.
light helps. Not really. My camera sucks. Apple, what can you do? Great smell, great effect, great flavor. That one's my favorite right now. The Paonia Glue Sky would be my second. And then I really love the that Purple Poison that I ran from AQ. That thing it had such a distinct, strange to me flavor. I don't know I didn't even know how to fucking explain it. Like maybe if I sent Frankie, maybe he can explain it, but it was just so weird and different, you know. So, well, it's hard to say because then I have the Ronald Ray gun from Dead by Dawn. That one was super different to me too, because I was like that minty mojito that I really like. Some people don't like it. I don't think Cece's husband really liked it, but I fucking loved it, man.
But that's why there's a million strains out there, because not every one of them is for all of us. You know what I mean? Like, I might come to you and be like, man, this is the best weed I've ever smoked in my life. You want to try some? And you might try it and go, you know,
yeah.
It's not for you. You know, that's why there's so many different versions of this plant.
Yeah. I like fruity. I like the fruity flavors, and a lot of people don't like the fruit. They're tired of the fruit. They want gas only, you know.
I like
a mix of it.
Got their preference.
I was gonna say I like a mix of the two, really.
Yeah, I like them all, man. I'm not picky. If there's one I don't like the flavor of, I'll still smoke it. It gets you high. But once I'm out of it, I'll be like, all right, that's gone. Move on to the next.
Yeah. Well, now, I won't waste it, but I might not grow it again.
Or I'll make butter with it.
You
like
know what I mean?
Got stuff in there that I got to make some butter with because it's so airy and it's not gonna be a good smoke. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of butter with it.
Yeah, absolutely. J-Rat's had a question there. Where did that go? Yeah. What kind of tips would you give to new or experienced growers when growing cannabis?
Oh shit, man. I'm not the tip kind of guy. Don't listen to me. That's what I do. Really, I don't know.
Number one, don't listen to me.
I literally, I fucking find yourself a mentor, someone that kind of knows. I don't want to say somebody that's a fucking pro or anything, but you know, somebody that knows more than you that you can bounce ideas and get feedback from. You know, like me, I've been using. I say using, but you know, I've got Chris from Crop Culture who, if I ever have a question, he'll answer me right away, and he's always willing to share his info. Him and Crimson, I see he's in the live chat. You know, he's always willing to share info with me about, because I don't know a lot about breeding, and I've been gathering little information from him about the breeding process and whatnot. So find people that are willing to share the information that you're seeking and make some good friends, you know?
That's what I do. I just surround myself with people that are smarter than me.
Exactly. People that know more.
Exactly. Fuck yeah. But you also, like, same thing with Bunny and I. Like, we have each other to bounce ideas off of and stuff like that. But you got Panorado Crisp and you got Al, who both grow completely different than how you grow.
You met Rue.
Yeah,
so
Chris
like you guys
he's starting to dip his toes into the build a soil as well. And I have a feeling, I'm not positive, but I have it because he loves his fucking grow dots. So I don't know, but I have a feeling he's going to be doing a lot more build a soil in the future. And then Rue is he's full blown DWC, and I love having that on the show because then you know you've got me and Chris doing our thing, but then you've also got Rue's root porn every fucking week, so you get to see all the root from the DWC, which is, you know, people love that. They love the root porn.
Absolutely. Well, that's a nice thing about that's a nice thing about not doing the show by yourself. You know what I mean? Like you have somebody else there that is doing the same thing that you're doing, but different. So
to me,
it makes for a great conversation for one.
Yeah.
But number two, like you said, when you guys are showing your plants and stuff like that, like Chris can show his, and his are all scrogged out and looking cool.
Yeah.
And then you show yours, and you got like 40 plants jammed in one tent, and it's like plants growing out of bongs and elephants and stuff like that. And then you get Rue, who's got the root porn, and you know, like it's cool to be able to see the different versions of what we all do.
Yeah,
it's just different versions of it. So I think it's dope.
You mentioned the elephant, and that reminds me. I don't have them right here, but I was at a store with my wife and my kid the other day, and it was just me and my kid, and I saw these little it's just like the watering can that Cece sent me, but it's a dolphin, and I was like, holy shit. And they were $1.99, so they had two of them, so I grabbed two, and I said, I'm gonna send one to Cece and we'll run another one and this time I'll keep
Nice.
That's
Jimbo
awesome.
alive. So Cece, I've got a dolphin I got to send you. It's gonna be, yeah, it's a weird shape, but still a pretty cool idea.
It was funny too
That's
because when
awesome.
Cece was on one Friday night and we were talking about the elephant, Jimbo the elephant,
The elephant in the room.
and I was saying that it's funny because there's the town that my dad lives in, which is only like 20 minutes, half an hour from here.
Hmm.
There's a big elephant statue. There was like a big circus that happened, and it was like a traveling circus, and they got around by train, and the elephant got out, and it like blocked the train and all this shit. And now they have a big statue of this elephant, and his name's Jumbo. So I was
Huh.
like, I thought it was kind of funny when you guys did the Jimbo the elephant.
And
I
it's
thought
in
that
the
was dope.
elephant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my Jimbo died, so it's not coming out of the trunk anymore. I had to put one of my
Aw,
Oopsie Daisy clones in there. Excuse me, but I
Mm.
do have it coming up, and it's starting to go around the handle. I'm gonna have it go around the handle, and I'm
nice.
gonna try to have it go back down and then come and have it come back up where the trunk is. It's gonna take a lot of time and work, but we'll see. Hopefully, I don't kill it, but it's all about experimentation. I like having fun. That's it's fun
Oh yeah.
playing with the plant, you know.
Well, once you kind of learn, and again, I'm not gonna say that we're pros by any means because we're not, but once you kind of learn and you're almost on like autopilot, still run into your issues, but you start looking for different things to do to
Yeah, yeah. You
add
start
a
like,
little bit more fun into it, I guess.
yeah,
Like
I had so much
make it
fun
more
with
interesting, you
songs,
know?
and now with the elephant, it's just little shit like that's fun to do. You know,
Yeah.
it's interesting, and then it gives you
When I
cool
first
shit.
saw that bong, man, I was like, "Holy shit! Why have I never seen anybody do this before?" I was like, "Why is
It
this the
worked, man.
first
It
time
worked.
I've
That
ever
is
seen
so
this?" It's so
cool.
cool.
I really wanted to do it with my bigger one, but it has a fucking one of those trees right in the middle, one of those percolator trees,
Mm,
so the roots wouldn't be able to get
Oh,
down to the bottom. So I was like, I
yeah.
can't use that one. And I don't know. I don't want to go buy a fucking piece just to do that with. Maybe I could get like a $20 cheap ass one. But I feel like that thing, I set it down, it's shit.
Yeah.
So I'll just use the small
That's
ones.
pretty
They
cool.
stay small, but I got the last two. I got the flower and complete all the way through. The first time I did it, I ended up going to Colorado, so I had to kill them off. So I didn't
Mm.
finish to completion. But the second round, I got two of them and I completed. They still are actually sitting with the stems inside of them and the soil. I need to let the soil completely dry so I can break it apart and get it out of there and put fresh soil in there.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
I
I'm gonna do
imagine that's a
I feel
pain in
like the
the ass
cocoa
trying to
gave
get
the roots.
soil in and out of that.
Yeah, that's the I have to break it up after it's all dry and get it out and then wash it all out.
Yeah.
But I feel like I did it with build a soil this time, and I feel like when I did it with cocoa, the roots were more free to move around. So I feel like it was getting bigger that way. So I'm gonna do it again with cocoa.
Nice.
Just feed them Green Rush. Fucking overdose them on some Green Rush. Yeah,
Yep. Man, when I was using Green Rush, I was also using the Gaia Green. Like I did a full run of just Green Rush by itself, but then I still had some left over. So I was like, well, I don't have enough to do a whole run with it, but I'm using Gaia Green, so I don't really want to buy any more right now. But I still had like, like a third of a container or something like that. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna use it to like supplement my Gaia Green.
yeah,
So I was doing like one watering with Green Rush a week or once every couple weeks, something like
yeah,
that. It was basically like I was giving it to him like a tea
yeah,
with my Green Rush, and man, oh man, did they fucking like that.
yeah.
That's good.
The Green Rush is all organic. So if I have in some of the smaller build a soil pots I have, if I see that I need to amend and they're having issues and I need some nutrition now, I'll put a batch of
Yeah.
Green Rush in there, and it'll bring them
Yeah, it's a
back up
good
be up until
available nutrient like right now.
yeah. So that stuff
It buys
works.
you a little bit of time when you're top dressing and stuff like that,
Yeah,
re-amending.
yeah. So I will
Yeah, it's
always
good.
have some Green Rush here because I love that not just the nutrients but the company too, man. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, he
Fully
is.
support Green Rush.
Man, I've been trying to get him on for 4 years.
Yeah,
I've
he
been
have
trying
a
to get him on.
he doesn't like being on camera.
Well, he also works like a full-time job.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, I don't really want to put my face out there and stuff like that, which I totally understand that. And I said to him, I was like, man, as soon as you're ready, you got a spot. Like, I want you on, like,
Yeah,
so badly. I think this would be fucking great. But
yeah,
he said,
100%.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I keep asking him, like once every 6 months, once a year kind of thing. I just pop it into his DMs.
Just keep it
You
there.
know,
Just plant that seed.
you
One
ready
day, you know
yet?
Yeah.
what? I need to get out there and promote. Let's go jump on this guy. That's the same thing I told AQ. I said, dude, if you ever want to promote and like go on a show, hit me up, dude. I'll have you on. I'll make you real comfortable. I won't make it, super hard to do or whatnot. And he's like, yeah, I have
Yeah.
super bad PTSD with like going on camera and shit. He's like, but I
Yeah.
really need to do it, so I'll fucking keep you in mind. I'm like, yeah, I'm just planting the seeds. So if you ever do, just let me know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking hassle you about it, but just know that I'm here if you want to come on and promote.
Hell yeah. So we only got a few more minutes left, but do you guys have anything coming up on Seed to Harvest? That anything like new that you haven't really talked about yet that's coming up
Anything
that you
special?
that you
Well,
can talk about? Don't get yourself in trouble with the other
yeah, no,
guys or
no.
anything like that. But
It's not really. We've got the season 3 is going right now. We've got season 4 coming up. And I am currently we've got a meeting tomorrow. I'm going to talk to the boys about the Discord thing, and then I want to make some improvements, have the show run a little bit smoother. I want to try and focus a little more on it. I mean, I'm doing it and just having fun with it, but I also want to make it look professional. So
yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at right now, creating some new stuff and whatnot. And then with the Friday show as well, that's me and Ruse, like, it's our way to kind of, I guess, prepare ourselves for Saturday. We go on, we kind of fuck around and just,
yeah.
do our thing and whatnot.
I like that you guys are on. You guys are on right before us, so I think it's pretty
Yeah,
dope
it's
that
fun,
you
man.
guys
And then
do
I'll,
that, and
I'll
then it's
hype
like
you
the
guys
warm up.
up so that way that we get the cross traffic, So
Yeah,
I
fuck
think that's
yeah,
what we all need to do. Everybody got to work together, I hate when you see
100%.
other shows talking shit about other shows, and it's like, why? What are you fucking shitting on that show for? They're not doing anything.
There's so much of it too. So
Yeah,
much
it's
of it.
ridiculous,
And
dude. I
we're all
fucking hate
here
it.
to raise awareness about the same thing, which is the plan.
Yeah,
So
not
fighting
fucking
between each
poo-poo on other
other
people's
is not
shit.
helping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I can't stand that shit goes on, but it does, and I mean, there's nothing you can do to stop it, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
Yes.
we just
But
gotta
speaking of that, I got one more
work together.
question.
What's that?
How do you deal with shit comments? Like when you get shitty comments about something, like just, and I don't even mean like shitty comments where they're actually maybe like telling the truth or something. You know what I mean? Because most of the time you get a shitty comment and it's so far fetched. It's like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah, I've got a
How do
perfect
you handle
example.
that type of stuff?
I had one. I think it was last week. Some guy commented and said, "L's the worst part of the show. He probably eats the dog's shitter." And I was like,
Like
wow, that was a fucking crazy comment. Like, holy shit. So I pinned it.
Just
And then
fucking reaching for that one.
I just responded, hey, thanks, bud. Yeah, sometimes on the weekend, like just be polite and act like he actually said something that was of substance. I'm not going
Yeah.
to start
Love
screaming and
that.
yelling at him because that's what they want you to go off on them.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
Exactly.
I just
And you don't get
remain
anywhere
polite
that
and
way.
pretend they asked an actual fucking question,
Yeah.
It's a great way to do it,
Love
really.
that.
Yeah, I
Acknowledge
mean,
it, own it, and
yeah.
just fucking roll with it. Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, wow, what a weird comment that is. Holy shit. Well, I guess I'll answer his questions. So, yeah, sometimes I'll eat shit on the weekends. You might as well have fun with it. No point
Oh
giving
Love
shit,
that.
that's funny.
So
That's
don't
funny.
take it seriously is basically what you're getting at.
Yeah,
Don't
I
take
mean,
the hate
who knows?
serious.
That guy probably was having a bad day, or he's just somebody that doesn't like me. So there's people out there that don't like you, and if they see something you're doing online, they're gonna shit on you. That's just the way people are, unfortunately.
My opinion is it's
Yes.
probably somebody that loves everything that you're doing and wishes it was them,
Maybe,
and it's
yeah. I was
not them.
feeling it
So
with
now they're
the
mad at you for it.
guy that tried to come at me and tell me I was racist for representing the Mexican heritage and shit. No, it's like
Yeah.
whatever, dude.
Go hang out with your
Hammer
white
one day,
power friends
you
from
know?
GCN. Like what?
Yeah, but who
Oh
knows?
fuck.
It was a totally different name, so I figure, well, I'll just pin the comment and answer his question and move on with my day.
Yeah. That's all you can do. That's all you
Yeah.
can do.
If you block them and you start hiding comments, I feel like then they're, it's just, I don't know.
They'll just come back under some other name, and
doing it. Then they're gonna send bots, and they're just gonna get inundated with fucking weird shit.
Yeah.
So it is
All
what it is.
calling
There's always
for
gonna be
good
haters out
comments.
there. It's Jerry's fault.
But
See?
it's Jerry's fault. Yeah. But that just means that you're doing something right. To
Mhm.
be honest with you, you got haters,
what
you're
I
doing
say,
something
man.
right.
If you got haters, that means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So
100%.
we're on the right track, boys.
Like, yeah, we are. But yeah, do you want to let everybody know where they can find you, find Seed to Harvest,
Yeah.
your
Well, you won't find
website,
Seed to
all of
Harvest
that?
on the goddamn gram right now, but you can find Seed to Harvest on YouTube at sign. Is that the name of it? What do you call that thing? I just call it the at sign S2H Potcast T Popcast. And then I am on Instagram L_Cannasseur. Kind of weird spelling, but
The double S.
Or you can look up El Canna Concepts, not Conceptos, but Concepts. There's a page on there where I do most of my art stuff. And then Seed to Harvest every I almost said Friday, Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm not going to go into Pacific and Eastern because that shit always confuses me. And then Fridays I'm on with Rue on my channel, and I believe this week we're having Funderstandable, so we'll be having a conversation with her 7 p.m. Central. I always go Central because I'm trying to keep it one time slot, instead of trying to list all three. So I just go Central. You can figure out Pacific and East.
Central, I believe, is 1 hour behind Eastern.
Yes, and then it's 2 hours.
7 Central is 8 Eastern.
Yeah. But when the time changes, I'm here in Arizona. So when the time changes, I don't change time. So then I'm going to be, it fucking throws me off. I don't change times, but I got to switch my stream time.
Right. Yeah.
Weird thing. Still blows my mind every time.
It is weird. There was somebody else that was from Arizona too, and I was like, why are they all of a sudden on at the same time as us? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, so they don't switch their time then. I got you. Huh. Yeah, well,
their time switched, but their show stayed the same.
So we have to. Yeah, I guess because I don't change my time, I do have to change my stream time. So if it was just me and I didn't change my stream time, then it would go to a different time for you guys who do. I'm fucking thinking out loud here, people. Leave me alone. I'm a weirdo.
That's all good, man. But we appreciate you coming on, and we have hit the hour, which is crazy. That fucking
It just
flew past.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I feel like that's how it goes with the homies, though. Just goes by quick.
It's just like chilling with your friends, having a conversation, bullshitting. Doing your thing. Thurgood motherfucking Jenkins. Talk about a reporter, man. That guy is the shit. He's always everywhere, dude.
He is. He is. He's been with us like ever since I've known who Thurgood was. He's always been hanging out in the chat. So I mean, big shout out to Thurgood.
I'll jump on a live at like fucking 2 a.m. your guys' time, and pop, there's Thurgood sitting there watching. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit.
Like, where the fuck? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming on, and they don't know it yet, but the rest of the Seed to Harvest crew, they'll be coming on individually as well.
Oh, they'll be here. You hear that, Chris?
They don't know it yet, but we're gonna get them booked. They do now, but...
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. All right, buddy. We will we'll talk at you soon, and make sure everybody goes and checks out Alan Rue on Fridays and Seed to Harvest on Saturdays.
That is correct, sir. And have a fucking wonderful 420 this Sunday. Everybody have fun. Be safe.
Yeah.
If you do drink, get a driver. Damn it. Don't fucking drink and drive, please. It's
my kid's 13th birthday on 420, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You guys doing anything specific?
Probably not. Probably not really. I mean, he'll be here on the weekend. I don't know if he'll be here on Sunday night or anything like that, but
yeah.
He's
at that age where he's gonna be doing his own thing. He's like, leave me the fuck alone.
He doesn't care what we want to do. Yeah. He'll be 13, so he's like, whatever, Dad.
Yeah, my 13-year-old's the same way. He's Get away from me. I don't want to fucking anything to do with you right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Video games or nothing. That's it. You
Yep,
want to play
video,
vids? We're
YouTube,
good.
and
But if
he can
not, then
Discord
don't
with his
bug me.
buddy.
All right, buddy. We will talk at you soon.
All right.
And have a good rest of your week.
yes.
Yep, you
Have a
too.
great
Happy
night.
420, everybody.
Yes, yes. All right, peace, man.
Later.
Bye.
Hell
What a great
yeah.
episode. So
It was a
just
good
a
episode, yeah.
reminder, next Wednesday is Watts, and Friday it's Show Your Grow. So be here, show off your girls.
Hell yeah. And go watch our smoking history video. It was a lot of fun to make. Go check it out. Let us know what you think in the chat or in the comments, I should say. And yeah, I think also we're gonna be trying to get more like girlmies on for Wednesday nights as well, so we can sit down. We get to meet a lot of people on the Friday nights. We don't get to like sit and chat for a long time. So I think we're gonna try to not every single Wednesday, but I think like one Wednesday a month or a couple Wednesdays or whatever, we're gonna try to get some of the growmies up to just kind of talk about their experiences and do the Wednesday interview with some of the growmies. So
Yep.
if you know anybody that wants to come up, or if you know somebody that you want to see, or you want to come up, hit us up on Instagram, either Mr. Ganix or C Bunny or the Garden Cultivation Network. Hit us up on one of those, and we'll see what we can do.
Yes.
That way we can kind of get to know some of the members of the community a little bit better. I think it'd be kind of cool. But yeah,
So until
that's
then,
it for
we
me.
will see you Friday.
Yeah. Peace.